Tuesday. Happy first day of March. Holy cow, can anyone else believe it's already March? Soon it'll be St. Patrick's Day, and then Easter, and then summer, and then it's winter again. And I don't like winter. But anyway, that is not what we're talking about today. Good morning, and I hope you have your coffee. Not sure what time it is where you're at, but it is now 10 a.m. here. So I guess that means it's lunchtime for me. Since I've been up since 5, I'm sure many of you can relate to that if you have little ones. There is no sleeping in anymore. I don't even think my body knows how to sleep in past about 7, if I'm lucky. If we get a 7:30 morning, that's a good morning. But let's get started. Today I thought I would just kind of touch on some things that maybe you've heard around. Things that kind of show the difference between nannying and babysitting. So if you're considering getting a nanny, you can kind of look into, what am I really getting here? What is the difference between a nanny and a babysitter? So, the difference, let's start off with babysitter. Babysitter, you get the stigma in your head, the 12-year-old that has been dropped off after school, that sits with their cell phone on the couch while you're gone the entire time. Not all babysitters are like that. There are babysitters that are older and just do fun date nights or occasional sitting. They can also nanny as well. But babysitters usually just care for the needs of the children. So they feed them, they give them a bottle, change their diapers, play with them. Very basic. Now, with the nanny, I know that has had some stigma too. Sometimes people say, oh, you have a nanny? Oh, well, don't you raise your own kids? Okay, first of all, for those people saying that, silly nillies, those moms are working their tails off. Those mamas are going to work, and they're providing for their babies, and they are choosing the best thing, honestly, that I believe. I'm a little biased because I am a nanny, but all right, so a nanny comes frequently. They come 30, 40 hours a week. So they're there bright and early in the morning to sometimes dinner time. A nanny not only cares for the children, but also cares for the family. And what I mean by that is that the family is also getting assistance. So a nanny, in my eyes, should not only care for the child and put the child first, which is their basic needs, feeding them, changing them, making sure they're happy, first aid, those kind of things, depending on the age. And also keeping them busy, stimulating them if they're little babies, planning activities, outings for older little kids, and also keeping those bigger kids out of trouble. So those are the basic things you would cover for kiddos. In regards to serving the family or assisting the family, a nanny, in my eyes, should also provide, if interested by the family, laundry, either for just the children or the family. Also, bottle cleanings, any dishes that have been made or used during the day with the children should be cleaned up and put away at the end of the day. Toys should be picked up and put away at the end of the day. Those families should come home and feel, I can just be a mom, or I can just be a dad, or I can be grandma and grandpa, or whatever. I can come home and not have to worry about all the other things that need to get done, except for maybe having dinner with my kids, having bath time, and doing our bedtime ritual. That is where nannies come in. Nanny's job is to come and make mom and dad's job easier, or caregiver's job easier. That's why we're here. So if you have a nanny that is sitting on the couch with their cell phone, you don't have a nanny. You have a babysitter. So that's just to clear up that difference. So if you're considering getting a nanny, please do. I mean, it's the best option. If you can afford it. It is a little pricier, of course, because you're having somebody come to your home and also provide those other things for you. But it is a better alternative to daycare. And don't get me wrong, there is absolutely nothing wrong with daycare at all. Just the nanny coming to the house is much more personal, and that little baby or that child gets that one-on-one care with that nanny. Whereas daycares, those girls in there work their tails off with all those kiddos in those rooms. They're just not able to provide that personal one-on-one care. They provide exceptional care and work 10 times harder than people can imagine. So don't downplay them. Daycare is awesome. But if you can afford a nanny, do it. because you will not regret that decision. In my next video, I'll cover where you can find a nanny or where you can hire a nanny and kind of that process of interviewing, talking about salary or hourly wages, what kind of qualifications you would want to look for, and things like that. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and I will cover them in next week's video. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. Have a great Tuesday.